Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mindy and I'm married to my husband Mike for almost 5 years, and we have a beautiful son, Liam, and he is 3. If you are new here, welcome, and go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. And so today I have a confession to make. So when I first got married 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago, I didn't know how to be a wife, obviously, and it was a huge learning experience. And I do not regret getting married, however hard it was. But our marriage was really, really tough, and I've learned so much in the last 5 years, and I have written a book, and it's released today. So it's called Sexual Wholeness, Bringing Couples Together Physically, Spiritually, and Emotionally. And it's my story of how I was able to work through so much stuff, and I was able to overcome a lot of wounds that I had, and how I was able to go from basically a wounded victim mindset to a healed whole mindset. And the first couple of years of our marriage was, as I said, were really, really hard, and we had a lot of conflict, and it was not necessarily the conflict that you might think of where you butt heads really hard and just have a lot of like screaming and yelling and stuff like that, but it was more cold silence. And so for me, I would shut down whenever I would get triggered. And so I talk a lot about that in the book. So I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail about that right now. But I just think that so many people nowadays face that kind of thing, and it's just not really talked about very much. And so if you have faced conflict with your spouse, and if you are married and you just haven't been able to break past walls, if you feel like you're disconnected from each other, and if you are struggling to get to know each other and to go deeper past the just like everyday life together, if you feel like you're kind of stuck in a rut, then I would encourage you to read this book. Because okay, so the title is Sexual Wholeness, as I said. And so what most people don't realize is that sex is not just about the physical aspect. The thing that I thought of to compare it to is that it's kind of like eating cake. And sex, the physical intimacy that you have with your spouse is like icing on a cake. It's the rich, deep flavor that you get from that icing on top, but it's not the actual cake. The actual cake is a recipe that you have to put together intentionally, carefully, measuring the ingredients, following the recipe, making sure that you have all the ingredients right, mixing it, and then putting it in a pan and baking it, and the end result is going to be really nice. And so that's kind of like how sex is. The physical intimacy that you have with your spouse is that frosting on top, but then the layers beneath the frosting, the actual cake that you eat, is made up of the emotional, the spiritual, the mental aspects of everyday life. And if you're ignoring all of those things, if you're ignoring the emotional and mental and spiritual aspects of connection, you are going to end up with a flop, and your sex life is not going to be what you want it to be. And so if you want to learn about how to make a good cake and as a result have a beautiful frosting on top that looks really nice and tastes delicious, go ahead and buy this book. As I said, it's released today, and that's yeah, February 1st is the launch day. So I will have the link in the description box. It's available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, and the ebook is $9.99 and the the physical copy is $14.99. So yeah, I just am so thrilled about this, and I've been working for a very long time on this book, and it's been so many early mornings, so many times of sacrifice when I didn't want to write, but I just poured my heart into this. And so my prayer and my hope is that this touches so many people and helps marriages go from a place of disconnection to a place of connection. And I just pray that this is such a blessing to so many people. And so please share this video with somebody who you think might benefit from it. And yeah, that's what I had to share today. So thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye.